What's up, everyone? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another postseason recap. Ohtani struck out 9 as a pitcher, but also struck out 4 times as a hitter. In that same game, though, Teoscar Hernández kind of screwed Ohtani by jogging to a baseball, but he may or may not have made up for it. Aaron Judge had a chance to really flip the script with his team down in Toronto. He had the bases juiced in the 6th inning versus a tired Kevin Gausman. Jackson, Chourio, and the Brew crew went off on the Cubs. Bad news struck, though. Jackson had to leave the game with a hamstring issue. And Scary Kerry, Kerry Bonds, Kerry Carpenter, I'm not even joking. When George Kirby closes his eyes at night, he might see Scary Kerry as his own boogeyman. So we'll get into all of that and more in today's MLB recap. We recap every baseball game every single day on this channel, so leave a like and hit that subscribe button to keep helping the channel grow. And as always, don't forget, use code Fuzzy on SeatGeek to save 20 bucks off all of your tickets. Here we go, Game 1, best of 5 between the Cubs and the Brewers, 2 division rivals. I didn't even get to watch the first inning because I was out running errands, so we're watching this live together. Michael Busch with another ambush on a right-handed pitcher. He completely owns righties, lefties. This is a different story, but we'll talk about that in a different video. This is Michael Busch's 2nd home run of the postseason already. Matthew Boyd was only on 3 days of rest, and you could tell because you had back-to-back doubles from Jackson Chourio and Bryce Turang. William, he laced one to Ian Happ, who tried to super dive. I hope that my editor puts a Mario jump over that because he really just tried to fly. He could not get there, so it's 3 consecutive doubles off of Matthew Boyd, who eventually got an out, but then Nico, he botched it. The perennial super defender, he just flat out missed it, so it's 3-1. Boyd got a 2nd out, so if Nico made that play, it would have been out of the inning. Instead, Blake Perkins worked an 11-pitch at bat, and he won with an RBI single. Jackson Chourio, he will not stop doing damage. A 2-run knock now. It is 6-1, so that did it for all of the scoring in the first. We're going to fast forward to the second. Caleb Durbin, he's up with the bases loaded, and he just dunked it in. It's a 2-run flare, and Chourio, he got his 3rd base hit in 2 innings, but the unfortunate part is something obviously was not right. He was smacking his helmet at first, smacking it again when he got into the dugout. He had to leave the game with a hamstring issue, and I don't think the MRIs are back yet, so we don't know how bad it is at this moment. Freddy Peralta was awesome. He had 9 strikeouts. I'm going to show them all in a second, but I do have to show Ian Happ. He knocked him out the game with a long home run. Freddy gets the standing ovation. Here's Freddy's 9 strikeouts. He was dotting 98 plus miles an hour. He had all of his pitches working. Nico Hoerner did kind of make up for his early blunder, but it was still 9-3, which is embarrassing. So the Brewers, they take game 1 by a landslide. Just like we don't know the results of Jackson's MRI, I have no idea who's going to be starting game 2 because Craig Counsell, he's always liked to wait. I guess Pat Murphy is returning the favor. He has not announced who's going to be starting game 2. Maybe it's Quinn Priester with Brandon Woodruff out. I want you guys to let me know in the comments at the end of today's video who's going to take game 2 of the rest of these games, so don't comment just yet. Oh, you thought that Brewers game was a beatdown? The Yankees almost lost by double digits. Vladdy has been scuffling pretty bad lately. He has a sub 600 OPS with 0 home runs his last 21 games. His last one was against the Yankees, so of course he's going to get it going again versus the Yankees. This was his first of 3 base hits. Then he had a diving stop and a double play at first base. He despises the Yankees because I guess they disrespected his dad, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., a Hall of Famer back in the day, so I mean, the same can be said about Ken Griffey Jr. and his dad. So, yeah, the juniors do not like the Yankees. Kirk, this was an instant crowd pop. Everyone knew this baseball was gone, including Alejandro Kirk. That was his first of 2. Judge came up with the bases loaded, and he chased a splitter in Narnia. No BS, that ball was in the other batter's box. I've never really seen Judge chase that bad. Bellinger, he worked a base hit walk, but then Ben Rice, he popped up, and Louis Varland, he came in to relieve Kevin Gausman, and he said, I'm going to throw my best versus your best. Playoff Stanton has been anything but that in this playoff so far. Same with Luke Weaver. Luke Weaver has been atrocious. He's gotten 0 total outs in this postseason. He's given up 5 earned runs. Andres Jimenez had an RBI. Nathan Lucas, he's been a god with runners in scoring position all season. He did it again, a 2-run double. Vladdy, he grabbed his 2nd RBI on a sac fly, and we're just going to fast forward to Kirk's 2nd RBI because it was a 2nd home run. I mean, Alejandro Kirk is quickly becoming one of the best catchers I've seen in my lifetime because he does it all. I know someone in the comments going to be, what do you mean does it all, Fuzzy? He's literally the slowest person in baseball. Okay, you got me on that. Andres clutched up again. His 2nd RBI base hit is a double. Ernie Clement got it 1 away from 10, and Nathan Lucas's third RBI actually ran it up to a 10 spot. That was a statement game from the Jays. What are your confidence levels going into Game 2 if you're a fan of either team? Because Game 2 is going to be Max Fried versus the rookie Trey Yesavage. Fried has a 1.5 ERA his last 7 starts, and the strikeouts are slowly but surely creeping back up. Yesavage, he has a nasty splitter, and the Yankees tend to chase at that. I mean, look at what Gausman just did to them in that last game. Yo, George Kirby was dotting 98-mile-per-hour sinkers with the bases loaded early on in this game. I sometimes forget that Kirby has that velocity in his back pocket, mostly because he's one of the most accurate pitchers who's ever existed. And he's throwing 98 plus. Second half J-Rod has entered the chat and October. The rookie for the Tigers, Troy Melton, he was melting Mariners right before that. I think he set down 7 in a row. And honestly, I'm going to say this. Julio is 100% a Hall of Famer, in my opinion. His tools are rare, like historically rare. Kerry Bonds owns George Kirby. I could not believe my eyes when I saw this graphic. Kerry Carpenter is now 5 for 11 with 5 home runs in his career versus George Kirby. What even is that? He is Scary Kerry. He has 7 RBIs and an almost 300 batting average his first 11 postseason games. J-Rod, he just tied it. It's 2-2. The Mariners are rallying. And then this double play ended that in a hurry. What a play from Javier Baez, and what a play from Munoz. Senor Smoke? Nah, Munoz, the magician. And then the Tigers ruined that momentum flip with a 1-2-3 9th inning from Will Vest. So this game needed extras. The Tigers stunk it up again with runners on. They were 1 for 17. Make it 2 for 18 with men on base. Zack McKinstry plates Austin, nope, that's his brother, Parker Meadows for the lead. I just wrote Meadows on my script. Kyler Montero, he gets the save as the Tigers, they take Game 1 in Seattle. Game 2 later tonight is going to be so much fun. We have Skubal back on the bump. So you have Tarek Skubal going up against Luis Castillo, who was a whole lot better in Seattle. I'm very excited for that game. Who's going to take it? I watched every single pitch of this next game live on playback with Cougs46 and your friend Kyle. If you guys have not checked out those live streams, they're so much fun. So go to playback and follow the show. That's our room name. But this script is completely off the dome. Again, I watched every single pitch. I got you guys. Let's go. Ohtani was taking daddy hacks early. He actually struck out 4 times, which means that he secured a golden sombrero in this game, but he also secured history. He became the first human ever to start a game and be a hitter in the same freaking game. I mean, he's Ohtani. Of course, he was going to be the first guy to ever do it. Ohtani matched Sanchez with a 1-2-3 first, but then he fell behind in the second. He walked Alec Boehm. Marsh had a single, and then JT Realmuto, the soon-to-be free agent. I keep forgetting that both Schwarber and Realmuto are both free agents after the season. He ripped one to the gap, and Teoscar, he's just casually jogging to it. He let it get past them. I mean, it's just the playoffs. I mean, no pressure or anything. What are you doing, Teo? It's a 2-run triple on the lack of hustle. Now, again, it still would have been 2 runs on this sac fly, but the third wouldn't have scored. Ohtani, he struck out 3 times in his first 3 at-bats, but he also locked in as a pitcher after that rough second inning. He needed 35 pitches to get through 2, but only 50 or something like that to get through the next 4. He struck out 9 with just 1 walk, and Enrique, he rose to the occasion again, a 2-run double. He's nearing a 900 OPS for his career in 89 postseason games, and that right there is the 4th strikeout for Ohtani. But then Teoscar, he ran into a barrel. He just atoned for his sins. Matt Strahm, I mean, he threw 92 poo over the plate, and Teoscar sent it out for, again, the go-ahead 3-run home run. Ohtani is now in line for the W. It's Edmundo Sosa time, though. The bases are juiced in the 8th. He's a lefty masher. The bat flip, I'm not going to lie, fully baited me. I got absolutely trolled. I thought this ball was at 415 feet. Then Roki came in, and he did Roki Sasaki things, or at least second half Roki Sasaki things. He struck out JT. He popped up my friend Bryson to end it for his first career save. And now we got to talk about Game 2. Game 2 will be the lefties on the bump. We have Blake Snell, who has been just awesome for the Dodgers, going up against Jesus Luzardo, who is one of the best pitchers in the entire league to begin the season. Kind of fell off, but he's refound that arm angle. I'm also super excited for that game. I will be watching every single pitch, so make sure you guys watch over on Playback with me, playback.tv/the show. It's also an app, so download it. Now, obviously, we haven't talked about the elephant in the room, the Dodgers, air quotes, cheating in that last game. So back to the Teoscar home run. Pages was on second, and before Matt Strahm came in, it seemed like they all huddled together, and it seemed like they had a tell on Matt Strahm, but also Matt on the bump was not hiding his pitches from Pages. You could see the grip, and Pages was right there, so Pages signaled something, and Teoscar mashed it out for the millionth time. This is not cheating. This is Little League stuff. You are fully allowed to relay signs from second base. Aaron Judge is one of the best players of all time at doing this. He's relaying signs constantly. He's really good at it. So again, it's not cheating. Just be better about hiding your pitches. It's that simple. So there you go. Teoscar might have been helped out by a tell from Matt Strahm because he didn't hide his pitch. Another recap in the books. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, do me a couple favors. Leave a like and also subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps me out. Don't forget to use code Fuzzy on SeatGeek to save $20 off all of your tickets. And I'll catch you in the next one. Be safe.